Hi there, welcome to I Alone Fly Tarot. I'm going to do a tarot card reading for Libra energy. I've combined two decks from Manifestation Alchemy. They have an Etsy website, and it is their Mega Oracle Deck 1 and 2. I'm going to get about 4 or 5 of these out, and then I'm going to get tarot on top of that, and some clarifiers to find out what is going on in Libra energy. We have suffering and silence, joy, childhood trauma, eviction, living together, and drug use. And the reason for the reading is low self-esteem. Now, of course, some people in the world actually are taking what people would consider drugs, with the word drug use here. But, we indulge ourselves all the time in different things that can numb us. So some people indulge themselves in sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and that's like, it's kind of like, what is your drug of choice? Some people, it can be a pan of brownies. So, okay, so I'm going to get clarifiers out on these. Keep in mind as I do it that, we all tap into some Libra energy. Libra energy is our sense of what we think is just or not just. And you could be tipped into great amount of shadow, addictions and everything. But whatever decisions you make, you think they're just and fair. It's just that you kind of have a different perspective on the world than people who might be trying to live their life from love and hope and faith and belief. Libra energy is that air sign energy part of us that we use to kind of get along and maintain balance in relationships and friendships. And some people use that skill and talent and ability to think and communicate and create compromise. Some people do that because they want to grow relationships from love and hope and faith, and other people do it because they want to grow a relationship, but they might be doing it for selfish, greedy reasons. So we're going to be covering both type of people in this story. So it is possible for some of you, you could be dealing with a Libra sun sign, and they could be the one in shadowy energy and you're the one in positive energy, or vice versa. So just, you would know yourself and you would know the people you're dealing with, if they are coming from love or if they're kind of trying to build relationships on illusion and confusion and maybe manipulation. Oh, that, I guess these two must go here like this, I guess. Oh, this is interesting. We have someone one person, someone could have kind of been suffering in silence, trying to heal. They could have sent a message to a person that they found to be grounded, stable, loyal, committed, that they wanted to reunite with them, wanted to work together with them emotionally. And because someone had not healed yet from childhood trauma, you could look at that as just past pain and heartbreak from childhood or past relationships about love. So I'll show you these two. So we have someone suffering in silence, trying to heal, sending a message saying, basically, let's have joy in our life. Let's get into a relationship. Taurus Hierophant is about our relationships and our commitments. Let's either work with someone emotionally and maybe with someone who reminds us from our past, and they maybe also that communicated to someone from their past and someone else who also had pain from the past, that they're not ready to move forward. They agreed that, yes, I will repeat cycles of the past. I will reunite with someone who is from my past or reminds me of my past. And I will turn my back on willing to use my resources to move forward in my life. We would all use our resources to move forward in our life if we were over our past pain, heartbreak, self limiting beliefs, and stuff like that. And because they were not willing to use their resources to move forward, people who were probably in positive Libra energy, because at this time, maybe there was people who were kind of working together, and this other person from the past communicated to one of the people. So that person returned to the past, the other person moved forward. So the one who didn't want to move forward was kind of evicted from the relationship. The one who wanted to move forward and be in a relationship that's just and fair and balanced and loving, they had to make a mind over heart decision. We go from 3 swords to 8 swords, so there's a 5 of swords at play. Someone wanted to win at all costs and they didn't care who got hurt, which can really get someone up in their head. And it kind of takes some time to re-get your balance when, you're not investing in anyone right now, because maybe even the person who left to go reunite with someone from their past, or kind of could have even been repeating past patterns. Maybe the past patterns that they're repeating is like, no, I'm not moving forward with you because I am happy to be prideful and stubborn. And I don't know, they could have even just been hanging around their family or their siblings, where it's like, no, I'm not willing to move forward. I'm going to juggle you and people from my past, memories from my past, poor behaviors of my past, whatever it is. So anyway, that was difficult and painful, and you needed to find your balance as you move forward. So then maybe you positive Libra type energies were kind of connected in with your, I see King of Cups as Cancer energy for a loving home and family energy. Maybe you started to work with that energy and to give and exchange resources back and forth. So this would kind of be finding balance between your mind and your heart, because Libra energy is of the mind, air sign energy, and King of Cups, Cancer, water sign energy, that's of the heart. So you're working together between your mind and your heart, exchanging resources so that you can keep moving forward. And maybe you might know that there's some people, maybe part of their addiction is not speaking their truth as a Knight of Swords. That would be Aquarius energy. Is that Aquarius? Let's see. Oh no, Gemini energy. Some people can be addicted to, I am not willing to speak my truth. That is my addiction. I'm not willing to fight for the truth. If I do kind of fight for things, it's motivated from a negative emotion, probably because of my addictions or my shadowy Libra energy, that I think that what I'm doing is just and fair, but I'm being selfish or greedy or codependent or unwilling to move forward, stubborn, prideful maybe. And So you positive Libras are saying, you know what? I accept the lesson I was meant to learn from this life lesson. And that's the whole thing. People come into our life and, we learn more about who we are and what we value and what we think's important, what we don't think's important, what we think we deserve in life. Do we deserve to be in loving, kind, reciprocal, compassionate, open, honest relationships? And if you're dealing with someone who was always unwilling to speak their truth, you've learned your lesson that you're no longer, you can talk till you're blue in the face to people. There's no point sending your energy trying to maybe communicate with those people. You'll use your resources to move forward in your life. You'll be an example of what it means to be just and fair. Treat yourself in a just and fair manner, listening to your heart and intuition, and I don't know, you might be offering resources to people, your own low self-esteem, or, offer your resources so that you're not cold-hearted, so that you're not a user or a thief. You might offer some, best wishes for other people that had low self-esteem or a cold-hearted user and thief. But you're going to have a new beginning, and those other people will be unemployed from your life because they probably hide a lot of things. They're actually a frenemy, and you are probably intuitive about that. So you are going to move forward. Now, for the people who decided to repeat past patterns of the past, they would have kind of, we either learn the hard way or the easy way. And we all repeat lessons of the past until we learn the lesson we were meant to learn. So there could be someone in their fire sign energy. I see that as Sagittarius energy, and someone in harnessing earth sign energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And they both have some childhood wounding to learn. And if they had been working with people who, they could have been in a relationship or a marriage that had been joyful, where they were working together emotionally. But, it kind of gets to that point where they have to go to that next level. They have to look at some things that they haven't wanted to look at before. It's just, you need to make some mind over heart decisions. There's issues that keep people up in their head, and they need to evict those old thoughts and ideas and belief system to move out of their old comfort zone and move into a new one. And, if they had been in a relationship with someone, it's kind of like the universe puts a squeeze on. It's like, are you going to take reckless action and learn the hard way? It doesn't really matter. That's why I have a key on either side of the scale. Either way, you're going to get some answers and unlock some doors to things you hadn't expected to. But you can either do it the hard way or the easy way. You either go back and repeat some lessons from the past and it will be illuminated to you, or you can freewillingly use some of your resources, put in your time, your effort to deal with the pain and heartbreak issues of the past that have you caught up in your mind and some fear and insecurity about moving forward. Either way, it's up to you. So the people who did kind of repeat some patterns of the past, maybe the eviction card could maybe kind of be correlated to the Five of Pentacles, which is a little bit of feeling left out in the cold in the eviction card. And they could have purposely kind of made themselves be left out in the cold from just and fair and loving, joyful relationships and marriages because of this abandonment or lack mentality that they have. So they could have then got into a relationship with someone, and maybe some of their past issues that they need to heal from is either offering love in exchange for resources that they don't think they have, because if they have a lack mentality, they think they're lacking in some sort of emotion or some resource. So maybe a part of a habit, in childhood is, I don't know, I will present myself as a mature, loving person. But if they're kind of in shadowy Libra energy, it might be more to maybe be given some charity, maybe to be given some resources, maybe for them to get balance between the two sides of their nature. And for right now, they might be doing it kind of for codependency reasons with the drug use card. They are unwilling to speak the truth about this new relationship that they got into. So again, I think, and these people that you can be dealing with, this could be, you could have grown kids. This could be kids with a parent, grandchildren with a grandparent. It could be your best friend. It could be your social group. You had worked together with these people at one point in time, probably. Could be coworkers. Hierophant can be just a structure, an environment, that you work together with people in. It's contracts, it's relationships, but we have all sorts of different relationships in our life. You could have experienced a lot of joy working with this person up to 6 cups. There's 10 of cups, which 10 of cups is long-term, friends and family relationships. So this is a relationship where you work together with the person. Seems to be going okay, but there is some past trauma issues, pain and heartbreak that need to be dealt with. And so I think some of the people were unable to move forward at the time you were able to move forward with your life. And so they could be kind of, in a relationship with someone else based on some codependency. Literally, it could be a drug issue. But anyway, I would say they just have, right now, low self-esteem. They could be cold-hearted. They could be using other people, because when we're not able to get ourselves emotionally balanced to get over our fears, our insecurities, and our self-limiting beliefs, we're kind of lacking in some love and encouragement within ourselves. And so we're kind of looking for other people to nurture us. And so that's where the user card can come in. And sadly, sometimes people never learn how to do that. So they're constantly getting in relationships, and in a way they're stealing from that person because they haven't gotten themselves healthy enough to be able to actually give, equally in a loving relationship with someone. So if they get in a relationship with someone who kind of enables their poor behavior, they're getting what they want in a relationship, but the other person really isn't getting all the things that they would desire in a relationship. And yeah, so basically they could have gotten in this new relationship or new job because they'd lost their old job. They were evicted. and they're hiding something, that they're really kind of a frenemy. And that's that idea where it's like, well, I will present myself as loving and kind and will exchange resources until some of my childhood trauma is triggered, at which point I will leave. I will take impulsive, reckless action because I don't want to maybe listen to my intuition. And their intuition would be, intuition is like High Priestess energy, which is about Cancer, Pisces energy, water sign. You tap into your emotions. You know, you listen to your intuition to guide you. And for some reason, this person doesn't want to listen to their intuition. There is some people, you know, we always hope people come out of their negative loops. So if there was someone in shadowy Libra energy before who, you know, could have done a cycle like this, they could be right now suffering in silence and trying to heal. They want to they could be sending a message to basically their Taurus Earth sign aspect that is like, I want to incorporate joy and working together with emotionally with people in my overarching belief system moving forward. Basically, I want to incorporate joy and emotion into my belief system. Maybe before, this person didn't have a lot of emotional consideration. If they have a lot of air sign in their chart, because again, Libra is air sign energy of the mind, they want to take creative and they now want to offer their resources to whatever issues from their past has been causing these negative consequences in their life, to make them have low self-esteem, to be cold-hearted, you know, where they, again, live more from their mind than their heart, and they're willing to fight for the things they're passionate about. They are maybe going to evict heartbreak, and they're wanting to win at all costs energy, and they're finally going to work through why they are in such a mental prison about seeing their dreams come into reality. And as they do that, they will be putting in work in the practical world to get their balance. And their mind and their heart will start living together. They will exchange resources back and forth. They will take action based on emotion. They'll maybe have to learn how to start doing that. You know, the Six of Pentacles is about putting things into action in your world. And if this person had been somebody who lived more from the mind, they have to kind of exchange resources to start taking action from their heart. Maybe part of their addiction before was always their mind coming in saying, no, 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 no. You can't move forward. We could get hurt. No, no, no. And they shoved a sock in that and they said, shut up. I have learned lessons from the past. I have gained knowledge and experience, and I am going to add those lessons to my repertoire of resources to strengthen and add to my foundation, to grow and learn and expand. And I am going to start offering resources, taking action in my life using my resources, which is, you know, our mind, our heart, our emotions, but our time, our effort, our attention. And I'm going to take some action about my low self-esteem because it leaves me feeling very cold in my heart. And I feel like basically my fears and insecurities, like my mind has almost robbed me of my life. I mean, we're much more emotional people than we are mentally calculating people. I mean, We can be mentally calculating, but we're much 70% of our body's water. Waters is about emotion and, the vibration of feeling energy off of other people, our intuition. And we feel like we've been robbed. And maybe we want to create a new job. Maybe let some of the aspects of the mind go unemployed. Because it seems like the mind has maybe been hiding things from us, making us think they were our friend. But, can you imagine, if you're addicted to something, how awful that is, that you're basically trying to fight your mind because your mind says, I want it. And boy, that's nasty to get in a fight with your mind. So I think these people might be realizing that, I think my mind has me so scared about being hurt that it's actually I'm thinking it's been hiding things from me, and it's actually been more of a frenemy than a friend. And I really need to start listening to my intuition because I think I've maybe been a little bamboozled. And the high priestess is someone who listens to their intuition, who listens to their highest version of their self, not the scariest version of what could happen in the future, but what could my life be like in a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, if I had hope, faith, and belief? If I treated myself in a loving, kind, respectful manner, and I made decisions based on that, that if no one else in the world treats me with love, compassion, forgiveness, I will every day. And when I make decisions and I choose how to spend my day and what thoughts I choose to focus on and what emotions I choose to focus on, and, am I going to listen to sad, wallowy music or happy, upbeat music? Am I going to watch happy movies or sad movies? Am I going to read awful, sad, depressing news, or maybe am I just going to read the headlines? Am I going to go for a walk? Am I going to eat healthy? Am I going to do all the things I could do to live my best life possible? Where could my life be? And that's what we hold a vision on too. So there you go, Libra. I think we kind of talked about what could have happened with the positive and negative people. We could ask quick, why do people have fear and insecurity about letting go of their energy of wanting to win at all costs? Well, they could be hiding that a King of Pentacles sent them a message saying they could have a new financial stable beginning if they juggled and made a final decision to maybe be in more triangulated relationships. So you could also look at the King of Pentacles, besides being their own worldly nature, that it's all about money, status, image, wealth. You could also look at the King of Pentacles as like the world, or even if you want to put it in the context of like God and devil, that, it's kind of like the devil, you could say, has this limited perspective of life and that it's all about the 3D world and money, image, status, and reputation. And back here, there could have been somebody, maybe a King of Pentacles was suffering in silence trying to heal, so they sent a message to someone who could have been in a marriage where they were working together with someone emotionally and joyful. But they sent him a message saying, do you want to have a new financial beginning with me? If you juggle the person that you're with and make a final decision to maybe come over to a third-party situation, we can work together. And because of, childhood issues, the one person, the people who fell susceptible to it, took action towards it. And the people who didn't fall susceptible to it, move forward. We can only be tempted by those things that resonate within us. It's crazy what some people do for $50, $100, or $500. Other people, you couldn't pay them enough to do the exact same thing that some people would do, $50 or $500, you know? Maybe they both kind of have abandonment issues, and maybe they both make mind over heart decisions because they have fears and insecurities about even being juggled. They could fear being juggled. So it's like, gosh, I really don't dare move forward with people in love. If I get in a relationship with you and it's kind of more of a triangulated thing, well, then again, it's that much less I have invested. And if it doesn't work out, they think they won't be as hurt. The only thing is, they're deceiving and cheating themselves every day by being in a relationship that isn't really even worth being in. So they could have gotten in a relationship, they could have lived together, kind of offering some emotions to each other in order to get some resources back and forth to each other. And if they never decide to speak the truth, I guess they will just move forward with this new beginning because they have addictions of low self-esteem and being cold-hearted, and they rob and thieve from themselves, so they rob and thieve from others. So, well, that's sad. But anyway, you positive Libras are moving forward. You learned a lesson. You get to move forward. Let's get a positive ending. For the people who are moving forward in positive Libra energy, what do you got planned for the people in positive Libra energy? And if you're already in a partnership, you could have moved through this experience. Maybe this was just some friend or other family member of yours that you wish had been able, even a best friend, that they'd been able to move forward with you. But for some reason, somebody communicated to them and it kind of appealed to them for some reason. You are going to shed the old to give birth to the new. You are willing to transform your life. Some of you might be letting go of an old foundation that you thought was going to be long-term, stable, and abundant in order to move forward to a new vision of what you think Ten of Pentacles is for you in your life. Some of you could be transforming yet your own foundation. If this was you before and you kind of went through a loop on this, now that you've learned your lesson, you in Scorpio energy are going to just transform your own foundation. Instead of being like addicted and abandoned and childhood trauma, people reconcile themselves with the past to take the happy memories of the past and put in the hard work and effort to have a belief system based on joy and faith and hope. So there you go, Libra energies. I wish you all peace, love, and joy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.